Meghan Markle, it really is a case of dish up or dish out. Quite frankly, this is very troubling times if you are the Duchess discount of jam. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you, chums. Thank you so much as ever for joining me. And thank you for your lovely, kind comments about what I like to describe, in our terms as the extended version of the show. A little longer where we delve deeper into the stories that I know interest you as much as they do me. And it's fascinating when I get to spend some time with people who are literally there in the moment, I think that's the important bit, is talking to people who are actually, say, at the chapel, or indeed the lawyers with regarding the magazine articles, things like that. It is interesting because you find out, well, hang on, that's not the version of events. But of course, it's always, as the Queen famously said, as many people know, in the fullness of time, everything comes through, doesn't it? Everything is literally noted in the end. And I think this is the thing that Meghan and Harry, particularly Meghan, who's in her mid-40s, won't really understand. I think anybody can understand when you see her in operation, I don't mean this unkindly, but the way she's operating the Instagram account is very much something like you would have done, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. It kind of was a bit teenager-ish. Do you know what I mean? I'm not good at this, as I'm not criticizing, but it's the sort of thing you think you need to get somebody young and hip to make sure that the account, the media posts, look hot. It's a little bit like this problem that is now really engulfing Meghan. As I told you recently, the bottom line with her deal with the Netflix giant, the streaming giant, who are behind with Love Meghan, as ever Meghan. And I love the phrase, I don't know if you remember this, in that initial post where Prince Harry apparently filmed it, she said, they asked me if I'd partner, and I thought about it. You didn't think about it at all, sister. You must have been absolutely collapsing when they said, we'll put some money your way, because that's the only thing that they thought they could make some money off. Maybe they're regretting that now with the jams and the crepes and everything like that. But you see, where the problem is Meghan's refusal to basically sell the programme. Whether she's done it, tried, whatever you want to call it or not, it's not operating, it's not picking up, it's now stalled. And when you look at other cooking shows, i.e. Pamela Anderson, they've got bigger traction. People are going back and watching further episodes. People are not really indulging in Meghan. As many people claimed, there's this phraseology, isn't there, chums, called hate watching. I don't like it, I think it's rude, but you understand what I mean. It's like, I suppose we'd call it in our day rubbernecking. Do you remember that phrase? There was a sort of thing where oh, what's going on there? I think that's really what's happened with Meghan's show. What I can tell you is, even the boss, who was very vocal at the start saying Meghan could sell anything, basically is pushing hard and hard for this. You see, he really wants and knows the only thing that sold was the Harry and Meghan docuseries. That was the one that made some money. Not enough to cover their losses, but basic money. And he wants more of that. Now you can understand that, because clearly he's thinking, look, what sold very well around the world, and he's detailed this in conversations. He's actually said, we couldn't believe how well it went, for instance, in Europe. That was a territory that they were really fighting for. So now the bigger picture is exactly, well, what did he do next? How do you fight for the next plot, as it were? Now, Meghan herself is not unresistant to this. Harry is. And according to a very well-placed source, Meghan wouldn't mind going it alone, talking about the fallout after the docuseries, what happened, and of course the poor me victimhood. Harry knows that really, there are no more stories. He has a lot of royal stories, but they're very much in the past, and do truly people care. These are memories now, not up-to-date topical stuff. He doesn't have that relationship with Catherine, with William, and of course with his father, King Charles. Meghan desperately has tried to reconnect, but no, it's not happening. But if she wants the deal, then clearly they have to do something. And, she could easily get away with doing an update. But as ever, the problem, to coin a phrase, is it's all down to the whether or not the second series, which is the first series chopped into two, whether that takes off. But even she must know, even in this delicate hour, that doesn't look likely. So it looks back to the drawing board of finding out exactly how bad the family treated you. Neil Sean, Kensington, London.